Hi, Shane.
It's been a minute.
It
It's
has
been a
been a
minute.
minute. COVID tried to take me out, Shane.
But you survived.
I
You
survived. I need a
survived.
T-shirt.
You
COVID
part
needs
of
to give.
Destiny's Child now.
COVID needs to give out T-shirts. Like I
I survived
survived.
2022 COVID because it's
I
different
survived
COVID.
COVID.
It's like you can't. The
Right.
first COVID was like a little cold, so now this is like the real COVID. You
Yeah.
survived
The
this one
real.
and then did
And I
some.
thought this was like a cold, but then every day it was like something new. So we're doing something different today. So we're not. This isn't live because I didn't do live YouTube live, but we're doing live on Facebook. So I'm gonna go live right now. So yeah, that'll be fun. All right, who are we? Because we don't have a lot
Man,
of time. Because Shane's got to go. He's got to go take the kids
I gotta go.
to boxing. So
Daddy and day
yeah,
boxing and
that's
stuff.
right.
Now, who are we? Are two seasoned corporate veterans who are here to pass along the trauma we received to hopefully you
Man,
wouldn't have to go through the same thing, or you can laugh a little bit while it's happening.
trauma. Yes, yeah. I've had some trauma this week. I've had some trauma the last couple weeks. Um, and then school started, so I think
School
everybody in the
started.
house is like off. They're off.
Everybody's coming off that summer high right now.
Errol's crying every day. Beanie's in there like comforting her. Jackson yelled at me. He's like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "Are you stressed? It's like the school have you stressed?" Because he's left his private school. He's in the school or local school and goes from having 14, 15 kids in the classroom to 36. You know
He's
what
like,
I
there's
mean?
too
I'm
many
like, that's a
people.
college class.
Yeah, that's people.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, so yeah. Anyway, so we're going through it. All right, we're gonna make it quick. So on today's episode, we're gonna talk about hot topics, and our main topic is corporate courtesy.
Mm,
So
mm, mm,
man,
mm.
our hot topics could have taken up the entire thing.
Shown up
There's so much happening. So we kind of already talked about the hot topics, and then so Brittany Griner got sentenced to what 9 years in a Russian
9 years.
prison,
Yeah, I'm hoping that this is just all formalities and this
right?
is
Because
just
now
part
they're
of the
going to start
process.
negotiating
Now they're gonna
now.
really start doing the real negotiating. Yeah, there's no way she 9 years for a couple vape cartridges. Now, should she have known better? Yes, you know better. You grown. You know it's illegal. You shouldn't take it with you.
Right. Well, my brother-in-law Bill was like, and I listened to all the people that say she shouldn't have had a vape cartridge. Like that's not. It was empty. It was empty.
See, I'm hearing conflicting reports though. I'm hearing the first
Oh,
report was that it was empty. The second one was like she had
excuse
multiple
me.
vape cartridges on her, and one was empty, but the others were still full of
That makes more sense because why would you take an
raisin.
empty one? You just
Yeah,
forgot to take it
exactly.
out. Like if
Yeah,
you vape, if I was a vapor,
I'm have other
then
vapes.
I'm gonna have other. Yeah.
I'm gonna have other cartridges. I don't
Okay.
travel without multiple cartridges.
Did you
So
know that weed is illegal in Jamaica?
yeah, weed is legal throughout the Caribbean, or no, yeah, there's very
I
few
did not know
Caribbean
that.
islands. I was just talking to a couple of my West Indian friends the other day that if some of our islands, like my home island, St. Croix, or any of these would actually start would legalize marijuana and start manufacturing marijuana, they would make so much money because folks gonna love any sort of West Indian weed. It's gonna be like
Right.
it's going through the roof. But one thing you have to understand is that Caribbean leadership is very old school and
Yeah.
very stuck in
Hmm.
how things should be, and the leadership that's in place throughout the Caribbean is not on the forefront of legalizing
Yeah.
marijuana.
That's very interesting
It's
because
a shame.
that
It's a
could
it's a
be
$1 billion market that we're losing out on.
exactly that could be. I mean, they have travel, and they can add the weed part. Yeah.
Exports. Yeah, man, it's crazy.
And I mean, not like that's not the best weed in Jamaica. I mean, not that I've ever gotten high in Jamaica. I don't think so. But I'm
Not in
saying I
Jamaica.
can only imagine
Yeah.
that that's some
I mean, they got
premium
the
weed.
best coffee, Blue Mountain coffee coming out of
Yep,
Jamaica. Yeah.
certainly do. Them in Hawaii. That coffee in Hawaii was banging.
Did you know the Marley Brothers have a dispensary here in the U.S. though?
No, I didn't know that.
hmm
Do they
They
ship?
bought out a old prison
Oh, where?
in I'll find the
Yep.
exact location.
Okay, so all right, so Brittany Griner obviously talk about that. Nichelle Nichols, rest in peace, rest in power. Oh, we should do our thing. We should do your thing. Yeah. And when I was a kid, I was like, I could do this too. I could do that, and I could do
Ah,
that.
yeah, you can do all of
I
them.
can
It
do
was
them
like,
all. Yeah.
oh,
I
like
can. Yeah. Um, so she played Lieutenant Aurora on Star Trek. Did you know Star Trek only ran for 3 seasons, 66 and 69?
That's
And
a
here,
lot of
50
history
something
and
years
yeah.
later, um, so she found out like the next season she was fourth in command. Did you know she was fourth in command?
I did not realize that she was
Yep,
that
she
close to
was.
the top.
And she was going to quit. And Dr. King was like, you can't quit. Like, people are seeing what's possible in the future through
Yeah.
you. Like, my daughters look up to you. You cannot quit. Like, you have
Didn't
to.
her and Captain Kirk have like the first
The first
like on
interracial
interracial on
kiss,
screen kiss? Yeah.
on the first interracial on-screen kiss. And yeah, they had the first. I have two things. And she was the first black woman not to play a maid on television.
I did not know that. That's a pretty cool fact.
Yep, 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 yep. So yeah, he King was like, she was like, okay, I'll stay. Um, her affiliation with NASA started in the 70s, and she partnered to assist them with recruiting women and minorities. Um, so the boosted females from 100 to 1,649 during the time she worked
In
with them.
NASA.
Mm-hmm. And then the
Okay.
minority recruits went from 35 to over 1,000. So we have her to thank for May rather, Mae Jemison, and probably lots of other
Everyone that
women
came
as
on after
well.
that. Yep.
And then, okay, so Bill Russell, he passed away too. He was 88. He initiated Celtic Pride. I'm not a real Celtic fan. Sorry. I have a friend, Mickey. Sorry, Mickey and Shelly. They're sisters. They love the Celtics. Love Larry Bird. Love, love, love. So he won 11 NBA titles over his
Yep.
13-year
He
career.
won 11 and he won 8 in a row. That's what
Oh,
kind of
that's insane.
separates him from everyone
He
else.
won a gold medal in the '56 Olympics. Um, he dominated the NBA and the Celtics. Never, never reached the finals prior to him joining. Um, and a cool thing that I didn't know, but my friend Chuck Cooper, whose dad Chuck Cooper was one of the first black um, players to be to play for the NBA, is that Bill Russell didn't accept his invitation to the Hall of Fame until Chuck's dad, Chuck Cooper, was inducted in 2019.
That's loyalty. That's for sure.
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, it was the first three players were because Chuck Cooper's dad played for Celtics, but they were Nat Sweetwater, Clifton, and Earl Lloyd. They were the first three black men
That's what's
to
up.
play for the NBA. So yes. All right. So this is kind of a fluff piece, but I see golf every day because my husband has the Golf Channel on every day. So, and I read that Greg Norman, who's the CEO of the Saudi funded Live, is it Live or Live? I'll just call it
Live.
LIV,
Yes,
Live
live.
Golf Series,
Hmm.
confirmed that Tiger got between offered 700 to 800 million dollars to play. That was just to come.
Yeah, I
That wasn't
mean,
to play. That was
because
just like,
they need names. They need as many big names to legitimize their tournament as possible. And if they could have
yeah,
got Tiger, that would have sent it over the top
yeah,
because you'd had Tiger and you had Greg Norman. I mean, you would have had Phil
Phil
Mickelson or
and
whatever.
DJ. Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
Phil got offered 200 million just to sign on a bonus. Dustin got 150 million. I don't know how much Brooks Koepka got, and Bubba went over too. Um,
Hey, money is real, man. That Saudi money is different.
yeah, we said that it's
They dollars
different.
move
Yeah,
different. Yeah, it's different. They
this
can
is
buy
different.
almost everything. They
They're
couldn't buy
they're
Tiger, but they could buy almost everything that they wanted.
they could buy
Tiger was
everybody
like,
in
I'm not for
Tiger's.
sale.
They could buy everybody in Tiger's family though.
They can come close. Yeah, Tiger was like, I'm a billionaire. I'm good. Nah, you can
That's
take my, you know.
Saudi money is magical. It's
Yeah, that
like
thing's different.
it's like literally like
Yeah, whatever you want. Whatever
yeah,
you want.
whatever you want, and it's there. Um, breaking news? 11 of those players who have been suspended by the PGA have filed a antitrust lawsuit against the PGA
I don't know
for
why they
being
worried
wrong.
about it.
Well, a few of them want to play in this FedEx Cup that's coming.
Nah,
So
nah, you good over there. You
yeah,
good over there.
you
Like I don't know
you
why they so
pick
pressed about it. Yeah, you got money. You can make
right.
stay over there.
Yeah, Tiger said that he thought that those people were kind of disloyal because the PGA put them on and made them
Hmm.
famous, and now they're turning their backs. So wow, $700 million.
That's
Could you
facts.
say no to that?
It depends on what it's for.
Is Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
what would it have to be for you
for
to
me to
say
say
no?
no to it,
Yeah.
use something like killing my family. something like
Oh yeah,
that.
that's bad. That's
Yeah.
no,
Well,
that's
yeah, for most my immediate family, there-
right. Okay.
everybody got a cousin or somebody did sacrifice for $700 million. I am sure you have a third cousin somewhere. You be like, you know what?
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
good if you're not
I
around.
wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't hurt anybody. All right, monkeypox. Shane is our monkeypox
Shit.
correspondent. So
Listen to me. In this
so
episode of Monkeypox, stay your ass at home. Don't leave the house. Don't go nowhere. Don't touch. If you're going somewhere, don't dap me up. Don't try to give me a hug. No, I'm good, bro. I'm good on that. No, but monkeypox is over right now. So
so you
Biden,
said Biden's made a state
yeah,
of
yesterday
emergency.
Biden declared it a state of emergency. In the U.S., we have over 6,000 cases of monkeypox right now throughout the U.S. I think what was it? New York started.
In
Like New York
California.
declared a national emergency first, then it was Cali, then I saw
Hmm.
another state, and then I saw yesterday that Biden declares it a public health
Crisis.
emergency.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully they're hoping that because now it's declared a public health emergency or international concern of an extraordinary event that constitutes a public health risk for other states throughout the international spread of disease, that this will help them get additional vaccines from the company that makes them. There is only one company in the world that makes the monkeypox vaccine, and they are being pulled in many different directions. They're fielding offers for being bought out, and
Oh
so
boy.
now we are just, if you got money, go invest in their stock.
For sure.
If you
What's the name of the company?
uh, the company's name, so the actual monkeypox is called Genosis, the vaccine.
Okay.
Um,
But right now everybody can't get that vaccine, right? They
yeah, no, everybody ain't getting that vaccine. In fact, every state kind of has a different parameter
because some is
for,
just gay the gay men can get it, right?
yeah, or
They need to
men,
open
even
up for
if men
use
who
for
don't,
everybody.
yeah, men who are having sex with other men, because they didn't use gay men
Yeah, 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 yeah.
purposely because they
Yeah.
didn't want to, because some men may
Right.
not categorize
Alienate.
themselves as
Yep,
that
absolutely.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Um, but it is that's one of the criteria: men who have sex with other men. If you come in contact with
Okay.
somebody who may have had it, um, anything of that nature will get you monkeypox vaccine in some states. Um, I think in Georgia, one of those states, it says like if you have just come in contact with a man who may have come in contact
You can get it.
you can get it, right. But that's not here in North Carolina. Though. North
Okay.
Carolina, you kind of got to follow that original criteria, in which you have to be a man actually having sex with another man. But the company is called Bavarian Nordic. Bavarian
Okay.
Nordic, and
Well,
yeah.
I know that it's Ariel. She's the monkeypox guru as well. She sent me an article yesterday. She's afraid for her younger cousins because apparently 5 children have tested positive for it in the U.S. They were the children the age of up to 8 are at serious risk.
Now, I was reading that if you do have your smallpox vaccine, the company that makes the smallpox vaccine, that they help the symptoms go away a lot faster
Faster.
if you
Okay.
get your smallpox vaccine. Once being,
It's gnarly looking though, man. Ugh.
yeah, it is tough.
All
That'll
right,
keep me in the
Shane.
house. I'm too
Yeah.
superficial to get monkeypox.
Yeah. Well, just don't
All
look at
right.
any cameras. Don't look at any mirrors. Cover your mirror.
Yeah, I'm go ghost. Yeah.
All right, Shane, you hit me to this. Tell me about this super hotel.
Oh, you talking about, like we were
The
just
set.
talking about, the Saudi
Mm-hmm.
money
Mm-hmm.
um is different than other people's money. And when you have money, you can think of things that most people would never think of. Like somebody sat in their bed, one of these, the Saudi crown prince Mohammed
How big do you
bin,
think that bed is?
huge.
Yeah.
It's enough for him and his harem to be in that bed together. I assure you that. So Mohammed bin Salam is the Saudi crown prince, and he has decided that he wants a 75-mile long
75
skyscraper,
miles.
75-mile long. estimated to be worth about $1 trillion, or about 1/4 worth of profits for whatever oil company that he owns. Their money is just really different. It would basically, in U.S. terms, it would
75
stretch
miles.
from Manhattan to New Haven, Connecticut. Is basically how
That is
long this would drive.
insane.
Yes, it's going to be
But so
75 miles
Saudi, so
long.
they even dream differently
They dream
because
differently.
like we dream like, I like a nice house on the beach, or
So
I
think about
have
what
a
it would look
yacht.
like. It would be two parallel buildings, each 1,600 feet tall, running parallel. They'll be connected by
Two.
walkways. They will have a traverse coastal, mountain, and desert terrain. You literally are going through different terrains as you
Right.
walk through the hotel,
That
and
is,
it
how long would
can
it take? But it would take you days.
days because it can hold up to 5 million people
Or
at
not
full
days. It would take you out.
capacity.
I mean, who can walk 75? Who's walking 75 miles? Oh, they'll probably have like little, like how they have them in the mall, like have the cars or the carts, the golf carts and
See, look
stuff.
at you. You basic. You real basic with your basic thinking.
Oh, they have real cars.
They're going to have an
Mer-
underground super train that runs the length of
I
the
am
world.
basic.
Basic.
Oh, I'm
You need to
sorry.
think bigger.
I
Underground
know.
super train bigger.
An underground super train. Très grand vitesse. All right.
Goodness gracious, boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I think that's something I'd like to see.
I
I've
almost
never really cared
definitely.
about going to Dubai, but I think that's
Yeah,
something that
when
I would
that's
like
finished,
to
I
lay
want to
my
be there.
eyes
Yeah.
on. Like that'll be one of the seven. Like, that'll be like the eighth wonder of the
It's
world.
gonna be gorgeous. It's supposed to be
Yeah,
like all glass, so it's reflective of like
yeah.
the
I mean,
desert around
just
it.
the
Oh my god.
prototype that you sent me, it looks absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Is it needed? No, but okay. All right. Oh, and big ups to the CIA for taking out Al Qaeda leader Ayman al Zawahiri. He was bin Laden's number two dude. They've been tracking him for years, 20 something years. And apparently, they tracked his habits. Apparently, they found out where he was and what figured out what time he liked to go out on his balcony and hit
I don't
dude.
feel like this should have taken 20 years. I don't know.
Um,
With the amount of technology, were you able to execute that execution from a drone in the sky so precisely and not hurt anybody else? Were you able
so,
to track all his movements? I don't feel like it should have taken 20 years. Like I feel like you knew where
okay.
he was at before.
Well, but
10 years into maybe 2 years in, you probably already had him tracked and tagged. And
maybe they have the so this drone is a had a missile that delivered it. Apparently, this missile has razors on it, and it just like shreds you to pieces, but doesn't harm anybody around you. So
so
maybe
they can
they.
shoot that from thousands of feet in the air, but they didn't know where he was for 20 years.
I don't think that they didn't know where he was. I think maybe they didn't want the bad rap of blowing him up and his family, or you know what I mean. Maybe he stayed in close quarters with a lot
For
of other
20
people.
years?
I don't. I'm
It
trying to give them the
feels
benefit of
like
the.
it feels like his purposes ran out for them and they were done with him. It feels like maybe he was doing something else for the CIA for the last 20 years, and then they were like, "Okay, we're done with you. Goodbye," and make the announcement to everybody. Because I don't think it took the CIA 20 years to find him. I
Well,
actually
I
don't
don't think. I think they knew where he was,
right. So then why would
but
they kill
to
him
get
before?
him, well, that took him a while for Bin Laden. It took 15 years, however many
I
years.
mean, did it? Again, I just say did it? Did it? Did it really? Did it really? I mean, we trained Bin Laden, like that's a known. CIA trained
Yeah.
him, so
Hey, did I ever tell you that I saw what's his name? The guy that went to Iran Contra, Oliver North. Remember?
really.
So we sold the weapons
Mm-hmm.
to the what is it? Not Pakistan. Where was
Iraq, Iran,
no?
Saudi Arabia,
Mm-mm. It's where was Bin Laden killed?
in the
Not
mountains,
Pakistan. It's a stand. Afghanistan. So
Afghanistan. Yeah.
we sold the weapons to them
No, he
to
was actually
help
killed in
fight.
Pakistan.
Remember? So Pakistan, sorry, but we gave the weapons to the Afghanistans to help
Hmm.
in our to fight the Russians.
Right.
And so dude was Oliver was North was, I guess, that broke or whatever. Then they kind of turned on him or whatever. But he was supposed to be in jail, and I saw him. Me and Kelly Heard, my sister, saw him in Bermuda, getting ready to get on a boat. And I was like, "That's Oliver North," and we were out like ducking and diving, like dun dun dun. And
Mm.
I took a picture of him.
No, don't say that.
I
Man, get that
did.
shit off your phone for
No,
somebody to
guess
find.
what? Guess
Yeah.
what? When I came, so when I left Bermuda, I went to my girlfriend, my sister Sonia's house, and we ended up going to Virginia Beach. So I went from Bermuda to
To
Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach, yeah.
I took
Downgraded a
my,
little
this is
bit.
back in the day. So I took my camera to the shop in Virginia Beach to get the film developed. When I came back to get it, they said the machine shredded it.
Ah, yes. Ah, we sensed an image of this man who we know is to
It's
be
supposed
dead.
to be in jail.
Destroy it, please. Thank you so much.
Yes. So, yep. So the
Yeah, yeah. I don't
CIA.
believe Jeffrey Epstein is dead either. There were pictures of him on his private island after
You don't
his
believe
quote
he's
unquote suicide.
dead?
Not at
Is
all.
he with Tupac?
No, I think Tupac was dead. He was shot up in the car. Like Biggie was
You
shot
don't
up in the
think
car.
you don't think Jeffrey
Oh
Epstein?
no,
Oh, have you watched that documentary about the dude that owned like Limited, Victoria's Secret, all those
no. I heard he
stores,
was racist. I heard
and
people
his
talking about it. He was
his
mad racist though.
connection with he has a big connection with Epstein. I need to watch. It's on Hulu.
Are you surprised?
I know. I mean, everybody has a connection.
Especially, hey, if you're an old white man and you got a high position in fashion, I'm thinking you done did some dirty shit in your day. Like I
Yeah,
just don't. No, I don't. I don't
yeah.
trust him.
Jeffrey Epstein was cute though. I'm sorry. He was good
Yeah, he's a
looking.
good looking man. You
Yeah.
know.
I'm sorry. All right, main topic, corporate courtesy.
Mm, mm, mm.
We feel very strongly about this.
Listen,
I
man,
think when
it
we were
don't take long. It don't take much to be courteous.
no, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
What's on the top of our list? Returning email. Like when I say returning emails promptly, is that like within 24 hours or is that like within an hour? Because
I think if it's
I'm nutty that
urgent
way.
within an hour, but if it's just a regular email, then you got 24-hour notice. There should be 24-hour buffer. I mean, well, don't email me at 9 o'clock in the morning, then 3 o'clock in the afternoon, asking for follow up. No, this is
Mhm.
not follow up. I had other things planned in my day that I'm doing. I will get to your thing later on. Yeah,
Right.
so 24 hours I think is a good corporate.
I know, but some people, if you don't respond to them immediately or by midday, their head is exploding. I respond the same day. I try, and I
See,
know
that's
that
why
I
you're
have my
better than
day.
me.
No, I'm not. That's probably why I'm always stressed. But I have my day planned out. So I sometimes I will not look at the emails. I'll just be in the zone and then go back in. I'm like, oh, look,
Yeah,
I got 20 million emails, and and so what I used to do is try to respond to everything quickly, and then haste makes waste, right? Then it's like I missed something or I misread, because readers are leaders. Um, I would say phone calls too. Well, I get a lot of phone calls from candidates. So, but they're usually returning my calls. So
right.
I say 24 hours, definitely for a phone call.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Um, all right. This was a pet peeve of yours when you were in the office, someone to come in your office and while
Bruh,
you were on the phone and
why you here?
sit
I'm on the phone. I'm literally on the phone talking, and then you come in my office and just sit in front of me.
and wait
Why?
for you.
Why are you here? Like, what if I'm talking to my doctor about a bag diagnosis I just got? Why are you sitting in front of me? Like, leave. Like, please leave. And then you got to give them the,
Okay. Like,
and then they'll be like, and then they'll sit there. What? Why are you
right.
sitting? Like,
No,
no. That
no.
means go. That's
Right.
the hand
Go.
saying get
Unless
the
that's
hell out of
your
my office.
friend, unless that's
Exactly.
your work friend. Yeah, that's where I haven't had that because I haven't been in office in so long. But yeah. Um, all right. There are 3 times a day that we
Mm,
say
mm, mm,
that you should not have meetings.
Not definitely
No
not.
8 a.m. meetings.
Not at all.
Okay. No
Why?
8 a.m.
I
No.
just got here.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I just
Or
rolled out
I'm
my
not
bed
even
and
on.
opened
Or
my
I got
laptop. Yeah,
kids
I just
and I
rolled out
gotta
my
get them to
bed.
school. So
Don't
eight,
put
no,
anything eight.
no
No
8. No 8.
lunchtime. No lunchtime,
No
please.
lunchtime. Now, I just recently started blocking my calendar at noon
Right.
just because I told myself I was going to go for a walk. So every day at noon, I say go for a walk. I've done it once, but I have, there's always tomorrow. If tomorrow comes for me, then there's always the next day. So I try to block that. And then if I make something at 12, that's different. And if you didn't block it, I'm sorry. Um, and then no 4, right? No 4
Why
o'clock.
you? I'm trying to leave. I'm trying
Don't
to
put
close my laptop. I got
not at
errands
4.
to run.
You
I
sit
got kids to pick up from
all day.
places.
4 o'clock? No,
Yeah,
not
like I'm sitting
no.
in traffic. Do you want me to sit in traffic with my phone right there? And no, like don't put any 4 o'clock in the
On
morning.
Fridays, I started blocking my calendar in the afternoon because I have had people who will put something on for 4:30.
Yeah, you cannot.
And
I
I'm
don't.
all,
I
and
don't
I
even want to have any meetings on Friday at all. Like I
oh
don't want
I
to talk to
usually
anybody
I
on
have
Friday.
meetings on Fridays, but I yeah 4:30, and I'm like, and see what'll happen is I'll do the meeting and then I'll keep working, and the next it's 6, it's 7, and it's a Friday, and I'm still working.
Yeah, no.
because I have a hard time. I think I have adult ADD. I have a hard time
I definitely have a double
to.
ADD. Shout out to Adderall for being so amazing.
I haven't tried Adderall.
Oh, you should.
Um, yeah, I have a hard time switching gears. Like I'll be in something just like, like I'm like to
Yeah.
totally dig my feet in, my heels in, and that's it. Um, this is a pet peeve of mine. Don't call me, email me, or text me on corporate holidays, or shutdowns.
Talk about it, Trish.
Because I've had a manager, a crazy manager, who on it it was a synchronized holiday. That was when we get the Friday off before
Mm-hmm.
a holiday, texting me, but me texting and emailing her back,
Mm.
and then like my
Mm.
boss saying, "Stop,
Mm.
stop
Look at
it."
you. That's why you're so awesome. You actually responded.
I
And
know because
nah,
there's something wrong with me.
you're
There's
awesome.
something wrong with me. That's
You're
going to be
you're
like
full of
self care.
awesomeness.
No, self care is going to be one of our topics because we have got to take care of it. Nobody cares about us. Nobody cares. We could drop dead today. They're like, oh, like I remember her.
You put new
And like,
colors in your hair,
I always have color.
but is it new? They're very popping. Your streaks in the front. Your
I got it
browns
colored. Yeah, I
okay.
did.
They're
Mhm.
browning. They're browning hard. I see you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have hair color today actually. But anyway, and do yourself a favor. And it's a shutdown. Shut down.
Shut because
Nobody gives a
y'all they don't
damn
care
about you.
about
They
you.
don't give a
They
damn. You
don't
could drop
care.
dead
They don't
today.
care.
They'll send some flowers to your husband or your wife.
Stop staying late. Why are you
Stop.
staying late? They
Stop.
don't
It's
care.
not your company.
I
It's
assure
not your
you, the
company.
company will care for about
They don't give
5
a
minutes if you
damn.
die on site. Maybe, because
You
we got to
know
clean this up. We got to answer
right.
questions. But
And
outside
that's
of that, the
it.
next question is, hey, let's call TA because we're going to
So we
need to
can get somebody
backfill.
new. Exactly. It's business. It's business. And it's not if it's not your business, then shut that shit, excuse my French,
Facts.
down.
Facts.
Okay, let's see. Oh, this is a pet peeve free. Read the room. We're on a
Oh,
Zoom
man.
call, Team Zoom, Google Chat, whatever.
Read the room.
And if nobody's asking any questions
Why
and we're
are
trying to
you
get
asking
this,
questions?
then what are you talking about?
Had
What are you
that happen
talking
this
about?
morning. This morning, we're on a meeting. And leaders like, hey, I don't have much. I can give you back an hour, and we're good. There was like a solid 6 seconds of silence, and then here comes Miss Karen from the back and
What
asking
was it, a
questions
real
and talking.
question?
It was not a real question.
I don't believe in talking just to talk. I really don't. And I'm a talker, but I do not believe in talking just to talk.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. That sucks.
Like you just want to hear yourself, go talk in
Yeah,
the mirror.
stop.
Get a
Be quiet.
podcast.
We don't want to hear.
Do what other people do. They
Everybody
want to hear
wants to
themselves.
leave. Read the room. We want to go.
Read the room.
Read the room.
Maybe that person has like a misdiagnosis or something.
No, this is one of those people who believe they talk a lot. They seem like they know more than they actually do. And
I hate that.
Yes.
I hate that. Hate that. And this is like for our, we have a lot of meetings obviously now on this, with all this new technology. So, do you ever eat on camera?
Yeah, no. I'd be like
I feel
chewing
funny
with your mouth
drinking.
open. Yeah.
I feel funny drinking on camera.
Drinking water or alcohol? What kind of drinking on camera?
I mean, drinking water. I don't drink any. I feel funny doing that. I was on a debrief the other day, and this girl was having a whole meal. I mean, I couldn't see it, but she ate a whole meal.
Must be nice to be that confident in your job that you think
yeah,
you
I was like,
in the camera.
Oh. Once I had a tangerine, and I like turned my head and off camera. I didn't want to be seen chewing.
And I'll definitely drink. I'll drink all day, but and if it's a Friday and you got a late meeting, it's definitely alcohol in the cup.
Is there? That's so funny.
Matt, look, I'm telling you, Friday after 12, an edible has already been consumed.
Oh, but that's
and the rest of the day is whatever.
That is so funny. That what do we used to call it? I was the 30th employee at headhunter.net, which is now Career Builder, and at 3:30, I think it was like 3:30. It was beer 30. So every Friday at 3:30, we had beer. Those were my dudes. Those were my people. Like those are my, and they're like here in Atlanta. Those people are also my friends. But we would start drinking at work. There was no need to go out with your other friends because you were drunk at work. Well, no, we weren't because liability we didn't drive. But we were. Yeah, when I remember when I interviewed, it was a Friday. People were throwing football in the office. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I've been on those Fridays. Maybe that's another topic for next week. How how relaxed of an atmosphere should an office really be?
Hmm.
Because I've been in the offices where they bring the dogs and they have water gun fights and
Yep.
all. And
That
I'm
head under
like,
was like
I'm here
that.
to work. I am like, I got work to do. I understand that you walk through life with a different level of carefreeness than I can,
Well, see,
but
I would play with those people and then I'd stay till 8.
yeah, exactly. Those people didn't stay till 8. They probably
No,
left
I
when they were
did
finished
though, because
playing.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, but because I have adult ADD, I have a hard time switching from
Well,
thing to
and it's
thing.
because you're black in corporate America and you can't
Well,
play
yeah,
water guns and then go
I
home.
am that. I
You
am
are
that. You
that.
know what? I think for years I tried to ignore the fact that I was and think that we're all the
Oh,
same,
you are
but we're.
definitely rosy eyed. You love thinking
I
everyone's
know.
equal.
I do
Mm-mm.
because I really think that we are, but we're not. People do not see you the same. They
You're
don't see
just
you.
black man or black woman in corporate
Yep,
America
I
checking our
know.
diversity box.
That sucks.
Facts.
That sucks. All right, so don't eat on camera. I don't want to see you chewing,
Not at all.
smacking. Give about. I don't care. I mean, yeah. I mean, and that wasn't a debrief the other day. I was starving. I was starving, and I was like, I can't wait till this is over. As soon as it's over, I want to eat my husband's dinner. I bought him food the day before, and he didn't
Mm.
eat it. It
It's
was
mine now.
shout out to little Ozios. It was blackened salmon over risotto with
Mm.
perfectly seasoned spinach, sauteed spinach, and diced tomatoes. Delicious. I inhaled it. So
That
anyway,
sounds gorge.
um, all right, here's another one. These ways that people can reach us through like
Mm.
Google Chat,
I am
Teams, I
team
am
Slack.
Slack. Yeah. Oh, if you see me on red, say hello. Let me know when you
No,
have a
don't
minute.
say hello. I
I
don't
can
want to
say
know.
say
Shoot me an
hello.
email. Look, if I'm in a meeting and you see I'm
If you're especially if you're
busy,
presenting.
don't
Yeah.
message me exactly because you don't know if I'm presenting or not. So don't message
Right.
me, hey, whatever, whatever. Because what if you say something confidential that the people I'm presenting to can't see it, shouldn't see it, right? Now that looks crazy. So if you see I'm busy, for me, shoot me an email. Be like, hey, message me when you're
I check
finished.
my emails quicker than that. I mean, because I'm always in email. So I don't know how people think that they can. Why do you think? Why do you think people think that their need to get you is more important than what you're doing?
Over self-importance that is, ingrained into folks, especially as
But when
they.
everything is important, doesn't it
But
cancel
nobody
out
thinks
and then
that.
nothing's
But that's
important?
the thing. Nobody thinks anybody else's thing is as important as their thing. So in their mind, their
Oh,
thing is always the most important. That's why their
okay.
thing should get all the attention. Sorry, sales
And
managers, you are not the most important person at a
and
company.
when do we? I mean, patience is a virtue. So when did we stop being patient and think like everything? Because you know what, if you're afraid you're going to forget what you need from me, why don't you get yourself a little notepad
I just ignore it.
and
I,
then
w- I, I, I
write it
will
down.
ignore I am all day because I see it on my phone
Well, I
and
respond because I'm like Pavlov's
see.
dog.
Mm,
But if I'm in something, I'm like, hey, give me 5 or I'll get back to you. Or sometimes if it's more than something I can answer quickly, I just ignore it until I can't. Because when I need things from people, I don't expect it to be immediate.
right.
And I'm not going to forget that I need something from you. I'm going to jot it down.
And you see people why Trisha is a better professional than I am. Please see it
I'm
because
not.
I ain't responding if I don't
You're
want
ha-
to.
you're
I will.
happier than me. You were happier than me. All right, so we're getting through this quickly.
Yeah, we're efficient when we have to be.
Now we are at our accountability
Accountability
corner.
corner.
It is long. So number one
Just what
is
my wife said.
Hyatt Hyatt Regency. Those MFs. But then they were like Sour Patch Kids because the people were really like in reservations were really like nasty. And then the last dude I just talked to was nice. Um, let's see. Hold
Yeah.
on. All right. So I was supposed to go to NSN, and because I'm recovering from COVID, I did not feel comfortable going, and I'm in my and I wasn't 100%. But I kept the room because I thought maybe a colleague could use the room
Right.
because there were some people who hadn't registered, whatever, or got the rooms. Well, the person didn't need it; they got a room. So I called down there. They're like, "No, we're going to charge you."
Mm,
I
mm,
was like, "You're going to charge me? You're going to charge me for one night? No, we're going to charge you for the whole amount."
mm, mm,
I'm
mm.
like,
Yes,
that's
that's
insane. And then I was like, I talked to a manager. They're just going to tell you the same thing, like really nasty. And I'm saying I'm recovering from COVID. No, like, oh, sorry to hear that. Just like you, do you have a positive test you can show?
Oh, you alive? You good? All right, run my money.
I was like, oh my gosh. So I get transferred to somebody else and get transferred to somebody else. And that person's rude. And then they tell me then I call like the sales office and they try to put me through to the reservation manager. I think it was Eric Patel. Eric Patel never called me back.
Why you like that, Eric?
So then I was like, let me just call consumer affairs. They were very nice at consumer affairs. She calls down to the Hyatt. Can't get anybody at the front desk because they're busy because it's NSN 25th anniversary. So lots of people were checking in. I get it. I call back again, whatever. Then finally somebody calls me back from the hotel again yesterday. I was like, no, we're not giving you anything back. It's up to our discretion and we're not giving you anything.
Fuck
And
you and your COVID.
I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'll just write a letter to corporate. You know what I mean? All right, whatever. Let me put a quarter in. And then last night or late yesterday, I get an email. I'm trying to find it. I get an email from Hyatt Guest Services from Jim Staggs, Staggs, the man. He's in Hyatt Accounting at the corporate office, who says he got my email. I didn't email. I went on Twitter and said they sucked. And maybe he connected the dots. I have no idea. And that they were going to refund me the $190.24 for the first night stay. And I said, so I called him back. I was like, what about the whole amount? He's like, no, I don't see where you were charged for the whole amount. So not only were they rude, they were fucking with me basically.
Yeah, basically. They were like, you know what? Fuck it. We charge her for one night, but we're going to tell this bitch that we're going to charge her the whole thing.
Why?
Watch her get stupid with corporate and she going to look like a dummy.
Why? Why? So anyway, he redeemed it. All consumer affairs and the suit gym they've redeemed. But I will not be staying at the Hyatt Regency downtown though. They can kick rocks. All right, Beyonce. She's in her accountability corner for good reason. So she removed what do they call it?
A sample.
Albius. Is it Albius?
Oh, you talking about that Beyonce article? I thought you were talking about the other one.
Both.
Okay.
So she
ableist.
Ableist. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Oh, Dawn Queen, Lord Jesus. And I said ableist yesterday. Today I'm like I'm having a great week.
Ableist.
I'm using it in a sentence. Country of origin.
That's funny.
Anyway, so she said spaz in one of her songs, right. And I didn't know that. I think we said spaz like in the 80s in high school.
Yeah, still spaz all the time. But apparently now
it's derivative of the word spastic, and it's demeaning to people with spastic cerebral palsy, which I didn't know was a thing.
I mean, so whenever we start giving these words this now,
because sticks and stones, that doesn't mean anything, right?
What happened to all the persons who had it in the 80s and 90s when it was amazingly popular and everyone used it?
There was no Twitter for them to go and complain, and that's really what it is now. That people can unite in their pissed offness.
But you know what? I feel like there should be a certain percentage.
Because if you wrote letters, if millions of people wrote letters, they would. I don't think it would be the same as saying something immediate like, "Oh my gosh, let's get together," and because when does a word belong to something else? Like you took it to mean that, but that's not what was the mean. Like gay.
Yeah, gay
in the 20s, gay was happy to being homosexual. Yeah. Like if it's already a word, you can't take it. Anyway, and Khalees had beef with, I don't know if her beef was really with Beyonce. It was with Pharrell.
Yeah, as it always should be. And as I look more into that situation, Pharrell's he's one of those classic
He's very shrewd.
Like music industry guys. He's kind of like Diddy, where it's like
he's
the contract.
Sleazeball?
Yeah. Apparently like her song Milkshake. Yeah. He produced it, but he also put himself on there for writing credits. She was like, he never wrote anything. Then never picked up pen to Milkshake at all. And it's just, he did that with a lot of her songs and a lot of his artist songs that he manages, that he just took writing credits.
Why? Yeah. You produced it. I mean,
make more money.
even though Diane Warren, said she wasn't being shady, but the other day she said why, like Beyonce has this one song. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, she had like 20 producers on it. Then
24,
Diane Warren came out there
24
slick.
writers.
Yeah.
I saw that too. Like, why take 24 people to write
Because Beyonce is fair. She want to give
something?
everybody they love. She wanted to see everyone that.
She puts people on. You think
Yeah,
she just puts them on? Okay, that's cool. She's aces in my book. So she took the song with the 30-second milkshake sample, took it off. But you think that a friend of mine was saying that maybe Khalees could have saw a way, like they could have did a Jack Harlow, Brandy moment. You know what I mean? Come out, she's singing and rapping on the song with Beyonce.
But
But
why she ain't getting no money for it? All the money's going to Pharrell.
no, I'm saying whatever. But I'm saying, but Khalees is apparently she lives on a farm now with her kids, and that's her thing. Like she's like the Martha Stewart or whatever. Like she's cooking and all that stuff, and she doesn't care about, because people are like, "You're so dumb that having that sample that would have put you on again." And she said, "I don't care."
Yeah.
So anyway, but big ups to Beyonce. But I was confused too, because I always thought that Beyonce was involved in every facet of anything that's Beyonce.
But I'm sure she did it properly. I'm sure they saw
Yeah,
that
it was
Pharrell
done
had all
right.
the
They
credits,
did.
but I guess they didn't know all the backstory between Pharrell and Khalees
Right.
behind that
Yeah.
song or whatever. Or
Yeah. Okay. Um, big ups to Alex Jones' attorney. He's being sued for a $150 million defamation lawsuit for claiming the Sandy Hook shooting, it was a hoax. So the parents got together and sued him. Apparently, the attorney accidentally sent the whole file of his phone for the last several years to the plaintiff's attorneys, and didn't come back and say like anything, right? Like, not, oh, sorry, that was a mistake. You
Yeah.
can't use that, blah blah blah. But the attorney waited 2 weeks until he had Alex Jones on the stand to tell him. He asked him a question. He's like, "You want to know how I know you're lying? Because I have your phone with all your shit on it, basically."
Got him.
Um, so then Alex Jones says, "Oh, this is your Perry Mason moment."
Yeah. You know, at some point, yeah, we have freedom of speech, but you got to be cognizant.
Yeah, you can't yell fire in a crowded movie theater.
Stop saying dumb shit for everybody.
But then he finally, right? Then he said that it wasn't, but and then he's telling about how he's bankrupt. Do you know that he was making like $700,000 a day, his business, and he's talking he's bankrupt. The judge had to say, "You're not bankrupt. Stop saying that. You're not bankrupt, loser." Anyway. All right, last one. Oh, no. Oh, yes, no, his last one. Sorry. Big ups to Attorney General Merrick Garland. He announced yesterday that four current and former Louisville Metro police officers have been federally charged in Breonna Taylor's March 2020.
Finally, man. Sometimes it's better late than never.
Finally.
We want justice for Breonna Taylor for a minute, man. And this is a beautiful moment.
Because you cannot just come into our homes and kill us.
Not at all. Not at all. So that's a great way to end the show on that one. Enough said. Yes. Finally, yes. It's being said and done as it should be.
Yeah. Who's on your t-shirt?
Oh, do you remember the scene?
Who is that?
That's Love and Basketball with Sanaa Lathan and Omar Epps right before he took her virginity.
Oh.
After the prom.
Okay.
You never saw Love and Basketball?
I have. I saw the movie. Okay. It was a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I cried the first time I saw it. That's a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good movie.
Oh, play me for your heart. Okay. And
I know at the end. Yeah. I was like, oh. And then Tyra was his new.
Oh, yes. Her large forehead came prancing in. Yeah.
So fun. Yeah, that's a good movie. What was I going to say? I was going to say something to you. I can't remember what it was. Was it about a movie? Oh, Atlanta. Season 4.
Season 4. Yes.
Yeah. Did you see the trailer? Did you watch it?
I didn't watch the whole trailer yet.
So it's coming out in September.
Yep. The final installment.
I'm very sad. I rewatched the one with what's that dude? The guy that died.
Kevin Samuels.
I rewatched
the Kevin Samuels episode, yeah.
I rewatched that one the other day. Name 5 things that go with Hennessy. He was like, I feel like you're just making stuff up now.
Episode, man.
That was a great
episode.
He is a great writer. That was a great episode. I cannot wait. I will be watching every episode with popcorn and be sad, just like the countdown for Insecure. And I think back to NSN, I was supposed to go to the like after party stuff with Issa Rae was going to be there, and that makes me very sad. Oh, not to mention that um Ariel was supposed to go with a good friend of mine and his daughter and his girlfriend and her daughter to go see Mean Girls, the play
Mm-hmm.
here 2 weeks ago, the day I ended up going to the emergency room. And that morning I was like, hey, look, I have COVID. Just want to let you know. So if you don't want Ariel to come, no big deal. So then later that evening, he sends me text message, a picture of his daughter Jenna and Anthony Ramos. I
Ramos.
was like, what? Hey, you know this dude?
Anthony Ramos.
Jenna said he's from Hamilton. I'm like, I love him.
Yes, I'm well aware.
I was supposed to be at that dinner. I was going to take Ariel to dinner and have dinner with them and then them go off to the play and me go home.
That would have made your day. Made your week.
It would have made my year. COVID is trying to stop me from being great.
COVID is the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm not even, you got that one. I'm not even going to put money in for that one.
That's real shit.
All right. Now, you always got to go too far. All right. What are we talking about? Oh, you got to go. But what are we talking about? What's coming up?
Man, we definitely want to talk about when the workplace is too casual. We definitely talk about that.
Self-care.
Self-care is going to be so important.
How to know you're working for a dummy.
Oh, yes, that's what you want.
How not to work for
a dummy, and what to do when you find out that the person is a dummy. You know,
and how not to work. Now, how to choose the right company. I know we've talked about this before, but it's really important. It's signs so you don't go work with a bunch of assholes. Excuse my French. So all the ways to reach us.
Twitter. Catch us on the Twitter.
Facebook. We're Facebook Live right now.
YouTubular.
IG.
YouTubular. The IG.
Where you can get podcasts, Apple, Amazon. What's the main one?
Apple is probably the biggest. And then
where do we
StreamYard.
Yeah, but where's the thing? The one that's with the one that we're on.
Spotify?
Thank you. But but the other one, Anchor.
Okay.
Lord have mercy. COVID brain. All right, so Shane's gonna go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much.
Appreciate y'all.
Have a great week. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Don't get any of this monkeypox, COVID.
Yeah, please.
What's now?
Don't forget more hookups. No random hookups in the clubs. Just for the next couple weeks.
Put plastic on you. Plastic
exactly.
from the hole. Prophylactic. All right. Yeah. All right. Talk to you. Bye.
Bye.